guys, my name is Danny Tompkins and I am here with FSPN and Athletes in Action at Super Bowl 59. It's been an awesome week of interviewing the coaches and players of both the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. While they're normally asked questions about football, their teammates, and their coaches, we took a little bit of a different route and asked them about their mental health in a very high-stress week. Their answers were super awesome, and so I'm excited for you guys to see what they have to say. We're going to start off with the Philadelphia Eagles.
I was diagnosed with seasonal depression disorder while I was at Cornell, and I lost my faith for a long time. And through faith and just prayer, I was able to find what really, I guess, motivated me, woke me up in the morning, gave me the ability to be myself and be the light that I needed to be for other people.
I would say I haven't had to deal with mental health this season, but it is important. And this season is just ups and downs, you know. And, you know, my teammates, you know, we're leaning on each other.
I think waiting for a game like this, it's a lot. A lot of guys just wish it's like, yo, let's just play the game and get over with all the anxiety and all the, you know, waiting and whatnot. But you just got to be where your feet are, you know, take things small.
I got to keep my mental right, because if my mind isn't right, my body won't be right, you know. So I spend a lot of time meditating and thinking, reflecting on my days, and really just processing my life as it happens.
It's been tough for sure, leaning on my faith, leaning on Jesus Christ, and not on my own understanding, my flesh. You know, he's been able to give me that strength to really get through all the adversity.
It means a lot. I mean, first of all, your minding is the biggest thing that you know, gives you the ability to continue, you know, getting up each and every day and allowing yourself to, you know, have a clear start and continue persevering through tough times. And you know, when things aren't going well, you got to continue pushing forward.
I love Jesus, and that's been the biggest part for me, and just keeping me going. And when moments get tough, I'm able to keep my head on straight, my mind, everything. When things get tough, that's kind of what I fall back to.
Some days you're not at your 100%, and you just have to reset, whether it be breathing, taking time to reflect on the things that have happened. Yeah, just got to find out what works for you and your little niche. So.
The mental side of things, I feel like can give you such an upper hand, because maybe it's not focused on as much. So, yeah, just making sure that you spend that time to really, first of all, understand where you are, understand where your feet are, and appreciating every moment.
It's praying the Our Father and the Hail Mary before each game that really gets me grounded and ready for each and every single game. And I can't describe to you that how much it helps me just calm down before a game and know that this isn't all in my hands. This is in God's hands. So I'm very thankful to have that a part of my life.
Now that we got some insight onto the Eagles, we're going to take a look at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mind, body, and soul. I mean, if you keep your mind right, your soul gonna be right. If your soul right, your body gonna be right. That's how I think of it.
My support system been, you know, definitely my family, and I've been talking to, you know, guys in the building, player engagement, just staying on top of it, and you know, I've been just, you know, staying in touch with everybody that, you know, has been there for me through everything. So that's what I did.
How are you mentally preparing for this game?
You got to be the most locked in. You know, this is the final game. You got to make it count. So can't have no mess ups.
Yeah, I mean, I'm constantly praying, especially as the game gets closer. I'm just looking up to God and knowing that He's going to be walking out there with me, and that just gives me all the strength I need, to be honest. And that's the number one comfort. That's the thing that eases my mind, is knowing that He'll be with me out there.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance. It's how I'm prepared. Come with that mentality, 5 Ps.
You know, obviously this year I got injured and you miss a couple games, and I think it helps you realize how much of a blessing it is to be on this field and be able to play on such a great team. So having faith in Jesus is obviously number one, and that influences how I approach my wife and my children, and influences my mentality being out here and taking nothing for granted.
Going through the adversity we've gone through this season, and just continuing to trust him all the way through, and continuing to read scripture and continuing to grow my faith. Even when I'm busy throughout the season, finding time for that is the most important thing, I think.
I mean, it changed me because I was at the top. I was at the top and led the league in rushing, did a whole bunch of stuff, and everything was going good. And then just to get knocked back down to the bottom where it all started, and then you gotta find a way to rebuild it back up to the top. So I had to just stay down. I knew it wasn't gonna be an overnight thing. I had to just believe in myself and do the right thing.
Now that we've looked at both the Eagles and the Chiefs, we're going to take a look at some public figures and special guests and what they have to say on mental health.
Whatever the mind does or whatever the mind thinks, the body will follow. Obviously, you always want to get your mind right for anything. Your body will follow.
You are always engaging your mind, your body, of course, and your soul, and just trying to have those things in balance. It's important. It's something we emphasize every day in practice, whether it be through a post-practice prayer, post-practice reflection, even some meditation, some stuff that the guys do with our support staff. So, yeah, it's a big piece of what we do.
I think it's important to have a good support system, obviously, and family. I think number one, first and foremost, because you need someone that know you when the times are good and the times aren't so good. That maybe you can express some frustrations to, because we all have them no matter how great life is, and you've got to have that outlet because the mental health aspect of it is important. I've been in a transcendental meditation. I meditate twice a day, so I think that helps me personally just kind of separate the craziness of the world from me as an individual. But I think all those things are important.
Let's not pretend to be anybody but who we are, which is, we get nervous, we get excited, we feel all of the emotions that we felt the first year we did this job. And so for us, I think just being vulnerable is something that actually we have found, thanks to those people that listen to, like you guys, that it's been such a great community.
So my support system has been my family, and when you work in football, and I was telling somebody earlier, you spend a lot of time away from home and weekends and things like that. So having a close-knit family, my kids, close friends, they've really been behind me, and it's just been a great journey. Focus on the things you can control, because there's so much that we can't control and so much that you can get fired up about. And I can't control everybody's actions, but I can control how I react to them. So focus on the things that you can control.
One of our favorite things we do while preparing for a game is kind of do a team huddle right before we go out in the middle tunnel, and we just really bond as a team.
We also like to do some breathing exercises. We kind of like to stay grounded. We say find your anchor to try to calm your nerves and get ready for the game.
It's been such a sweet experience chatting with these athletes and coaches. I'm now joined here with my colleague Izzy Jones, who is also chatting about mental health this week. Izzy, can you tell us what questions you've been asking the players and what their responses have been?
Yeah, I'm kind of just talking about athletics in the game. I'm also been asking them if they use a sports psychologist or anything like that. That's been super interesting to hear. Even these amazing, talented athletes sometimes need a little bit of help on the side with their mental game.
Thank you, Izzy, and all of the coaches and players for their interviews. We got some really cool insight into this year's Super Bowl. I hope you enjoyed my personal package and getting a sneak peek into the minds of our Super Bowl stars.